I still need to get my aminals up. Aminals up, 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 up. To the Xenobotany lab. Hey, Squirt. Your mom calls out to you. Don't you think it's your time you started thinking about what you're gonna do when you're older? Look at her in confusion. Isn't she always telling you to stay in school? She chuckles. You gotta think about it sometime, kid. But you come join your folks on the farm. You think you're up for it. I'm ready. Your mom claps you on the back. Oof. She's just as strong as she looks. Great, she says. Come see me in geoponics when you're ready to start. It'll be more fun than wheeling dirt around, I promise. Oh, no. Ah, you locked it in place, did ya? Son of a bugger. That's a cheeky breaky. I mean, there's a slot that says augment, so I know they have augments, and I found a couple. It's not really a surprise. All right, so that's our highest, but I think I don't know if it's all things, but I think if I match the goal, I get a, or maybe that was a special. I think that was a special thing. I'm a potato. Let's undo all that. Wait, how did I mess things up? I could have sworn I was higher than 21 just a second ago. Hold on. I'm losing my mind. That's just 18. No, it's definitely that. 21. Maybe I'm being silly and it was 21. Okay, that is maximum. Plus 10 stress. Yeah, we can take it. Look at all that delicious, delicious biology. So I could also say none. I mean, we know the sleep trait for Tangent. We know it's not explicitly said, but Anemone has the armor scale. Okay, so it is explicitly said now. It wasn't originally explicitly said, but it got filled in. You catch Cal at the gate of the gardens. He's carrying a big bucket of rocks. Hi, Solana, he exclaims. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you, there's a new park near Geoponics now. You can run around all we want. Nobody would say we're trampling the fields. You come play there sometime. Okay, so we can relax. Okay, so I think we're like unlocking more relaxes to get reputation with specific persons. Dust is such a dry, hot season. Both the suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush Vertumnan jungle. There's a breeze, it's warm, and you guessed it, dusty. Your parents are up every day before dawn. It comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after you sleep. You have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Good morning, Gooseberry. Your dad greets you cheerily. Have you come to see the harvest? Mom and I are gathering crops from actual Vertumnan dirt this week. That's sure. That sounds neat. He shows you around the rows of corn and beans from Earth. They all look a little yellow and scraggly, how much you expected, but your dad enthusiastically points out the vegetables ready to harvest. Don't forget, he tells you, Vertumnalia Festival is coming up. There'll be a talent show and a science fair. I'm sure you're eager to participate, Solana. Yeah, we kind of crushed it last time at the talent show. Kind of a big deal. Dad, have you not heard? We need logs. We need them. We need to build those up. The medicinal roots, we know Dice likes. So let's use our Gib action to give Dice the herbs. have some medicinal herbs. Delicious. Nothing like a bit of foraging. Oh, I don't want to work at the depot. Bug at that. Actually, let's see if there's anything new for sale. Visit the supply depot. Nothing new. Although we can get dice a cake. Tangent, you got anything to say? No, nothing to say. Gotcha. This would be 15 stress. Basically maxing it out. Give us some creativity and persuasion. We can relax on the wall. No, we have room for one more activity before we need to relax. Let's do defense training because that does give us aminals. And I do want to get a little bit more combat just in case. Yeah, just so just for some small checks, you know? An enemy's big brother Calm teaches karate techniques to the class. Kicks, punches, flips, all the cool stuff. He's much more calm than Security Chief Rhett. Takes his time to connect with you instead of just relying on intimidation. Kind of wish he was Chief of Security instead. Maybe one day. Rhett can't be boss forever, right? Calm organizes your first karate tournament. Well, he doesn't call it a tournament. It's more like an exhibition to show off how far everyone has come in their training. There's informal sparring matches and feats of strength, like high kick challenges and breaking boards. Despite Calm's best intentions, an enemy is absolutely taking to this like a competition. She takes her place next to you at the board breaking station and gives you a challenging look, tossing her unruly hair over her shoulder. Is it on? Oh, it's on! You break boards until your hands are red and sore, but it's no competition. An enemy chews through those boards like they're made of soy bars. An enemy is encouraging. You're getting good. You just have to focus your power through your body more. It's not just how your hands doing the work, she says, slapping you on the back. Her hands aren't even sore. It was close though. It wasn't really, but it's nice she said so. Five kudos if total equals the goal. I see. Okay. We have a very hodgepodgean situation going on. That -2 to neighboring speech cards kind of is a kick to the balls. I tell ya what. Hey, we got super gold though. Yeah, we'll just take the super goal. Oh, that is maximum. More stats. More stats. More stats. It's time for the 3rd annual Vertumnalia Festival. You gather with your family in the Colony Square. Everyone takes a seat as Governor Uticott approaches the stage. She folds her hands and serenely addresses the crowd. What a pleasure to address you all today as your governor, she says, looking as pleased as she ever does. In under 3 years, we've built a colony in which we can truly be proud. While we've suffered hardships and losses, we remain standing, as always, looking forward toward the future we are building together. Let us use this midsummer festival as a time to reflect on our many blessings. Uticott continues. Fresh water, good food, healthy children, and a strong community. Uticott bows her head. But first, let us remember Professor Halitosis, who guided our children and kept our engines running for so many years. Chief Engineer Instance will be filling in, with help from our ship's AI congruence, so someone can take up the mantle that rested so easily on Hal's broad shoulders. We also recognize the passing of our dear friend. chief surveyor Melatonin. Known for his gentle nature and his curious spirit, Odin joins his daughter as part of me, and his partner, Lavendula, in the world of our memories. In his place, we welcome our youngest council member ever, Utopia, representing expeditions. Utica invites the rest of the council to stand and be recognized amongst the crowd, including your mom, who puffs in annoyance. When the applause dies down and the council sits, Utopia remains standing. Actually, Auntie Utica, y'all mind if I make a quick announcement? Utica nods and Utopia clears her throat. Just wanted to say, thanks to y'all who are trusting me with this job, she says, her clear voice ringing out over the crowd. A cheer rises from expeditions, and she motions for them to quiet down. Uncle Tonin left some big shoes to fill, and, well, I'm giving my best. We're fixing to get the bottom of what we're calling the shimmer. Sniffles folks will be getting their pollen, Utopia continues. Till we do, please keep wearing your masks when the pollen is thick. Let the doc know if you're under the weather. She bends down to hug the governor as she leaves the stage. Thank you, Utopia, Utica says warmly. And thank you to the rest of the council for their service. Live music starts playing. Utica smiles. And now, it's time for games and feasting. The crowd disperses towards the feasting table, clearing the area of chairs so the children's competitions can be held. Which will you do this year? Oh, we need creativity this time. Oops. Reasoning? I barely make it. Toughness. All right. Actually, every time we participate, we get loyalty. So let's... You know what? Let's take a break. Let's not even watch it. We're gonna rebel. Virtunalia Games? You're not a kid anymore. Everyone has fun without you while you pick at the feast table. After the festivities, you take time off for a much-needed, very relaxing break. Dad sets up a slip and slide through the colony square, and everyone takes turns sliding on their stomachs and spraying water at each other. A lot of fun. You feel your worries floating away in the hot dust suns. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Too soon to give another gift. I see. What are you? A yellow flower. Ooh. Can I give you a gift? Have this flower. Ah, she doesn't like flowers. Damn. Noted. Oh. Wait, now she has something to say? You and an enemy are playing in the garrison yard with sticks, chasing each other around and pretending to be sword fighting. The adults training nearby are patient with you as long as you don't get near the target dummies. Sometimes you stray too close. Watch out, honey! One of the security personnel calls out as an enemy bumps into her. You kids stay behind the fences, okay? It's an enemy, she retorts, as you both retreat to a safe distance. The enemy throws her stick to the ground and pouts. Just because everyone else shortens their name doesn't mean I have to do it. I like being an enemy. But having a nickname is kind of cool. Mysterious. Like having a call sign, you know? Would you call me Solana? What about... So, Nem. I'm feeling Nem. Or Nemi. Nah, Nem. Gotta be Nem. Nem tilts her head. Huh. Never heard that one before. She mimes swinging a sword a few times. Nem. Nem. I like it. Short and punchy. Just like me. Kind of like I'm a venture from a story. Nem picks up her discarded stick. Now, she says, brandishing it at you. Prepare to be defeated by the mighty Nem. Spend the next hour sparring with Nem in the yard. Oh, I wonder if that one... Okay, so I think at every 10 friendship, But every milestone, there's like a little story thing. I see. Noted. Perceived and noted. Actually, wait. No, we had a new thing unlock of helping our family at the farm. We can work on the farm, which will give us biology and toughness. Ooh. Biology and toughness, you say? The proud day for your mom. You're finally following in her footsteps. She meets you at the gate to the gardens. Hello, Sprout, she says, sounding chipper. Come on, we got a lot to cover before you'll be able to keep up with the rest of us. Finally, some real farming. Your mom shows you around the fields and the geoponics domes. You'll mostly be working in the fields with the hardier earth crops like the potatoes and the corn, as well as the native plants we've managed to cultivate. She frowns. Well, figure out how to cultivate these native plants somehow. Spend the rest of the day pulling weeds and watering plants. You're dirty up to your waist by the time you're finished, but it's good, honest work. You're proud to be able to do something that helps out the colony. Cal gives you a high five and invites you for a cool drink in the cafeteria. All the other agriculturists join you. Of all the places in the colony you've worked, geoponics is the most like a family. Maybe because they've always been your family, thanks to your mom and dad. Well, I mean, we've got this, which is nice, and we get super goal. Always go for super goal. Hell yeah. Hells to the yeah, baby. Getting all them kudos, buddy. Kudos. Kudos on the kudo board, baby. Baby. Didn't get a chance to give him anything. Darn it. Oh, darn it. Okay, so next season is Mush. So if we do something in this season, rest, go out, no. If we rest, go beyond the wall and rack up stress, and then rest again. All right, so we have today, next day. So I got 4 cycles. I need to have a rest before I go beyond the wall. And then we need to be able to go to xenobiology with the 3 mush logs. So that means we need to go to mush. We need to go outside the wall on the first 2 days of wet. But I need to rest because our stress is pretty high. So if I rest now, I could go beyond the wall. I feel like I should rest now. I feel like that gives me the wiggle room. I want to have a bit of wiggle room. So we'll go ahead and rest. Actually, let's rest with Cal. We haven't hung out with Cal too much. We're gonna rest with Cal this time around. Over in the park. You and Cal walk through the park. Special place set aside for growing ornamental plants from Earth. It was grown from a precious seed bank, preserved for over 20 years aboard the stratospheric before your mother started planting them here on Vertumna. Almost nothing here is grown for food, though many of them are technically edible. It's so green here, Cal says, stopping to smell a bush of fist-sized red flowers with velvety petals. Wow, they smell so sweet. It's so peaceful. Cal breathes deep, a funny smile on his face. It really is one of my favorite places in the whole colony. You really feel the love in every plant. One pretty white flower in particular is flourishing here. The Astrantia, your mother's favorite, seems to be growing faster than even native plants do, covering the paths and bluffs with tiny white stars. Practically have to push clumps of it aside in some places, just to make sure you don't crush any. Good thing it's so beautiful. Ooh, nice. Forget discovering. I don't remember how to discover. No! Okay. We got some bobber flute. Still can't help with the aminals. Can't do anything with that. Actually, what you've learned today? Is that reason? Is that a reason check? That's organizing. I see. I am not organized. So, not gonna be us, baby. Not going to be us. I'm gonna give you some more medicinal roots. Get that friendship up, up, up. Dice is sitting in the bed of one of the expedition vehicles, tinkering with a bit of tech. Tries to hide it when he sees you, but it's in so many pieces that he only manages to shove some behind him before he gives up and glares at you mistrustfully. What do you want? What are you doing? Dice squints at you. Promise you won't tell on me, he says. Promise. You weren't using it. He starts, already sounding defensive, as he turns the biggest piece of the device over in his hands. Just sitting there in command. When they weren't looking, I took it. I took it. No one noticed. He seems excited about this fact. I think it's part of a communications device, he says thoughtfully. I'm trying to figure out how it works. I want to talk to the aliens. Oh, I don't have engineering! Just be careful, okay? Dice nods and fills with the device. Who cares? He says. People on Earth use stuff like this, thinking that it could pick up the voices of ghosts, Dice says. It was probably just radio waves. So I figure, if I'm looking for radio waves, aliens have to exist, he continues. Quietly, but with great conviction. They have to. You can't have this much life on a planet without some of it being smart, like we are. He sighs. I just want to talk to them, he says. Maybe I'd fit in more with aliens than I do here. Aww. Why do we have such mean answers to Dice? He's sad little bean. We need to make him cozy. You such unique games. I love that. Aw. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I certainly like to grab things that are off the beaten path a lot of the times. I would say this one is credit to Digital Vox, because he is, or they are the one that put this on my radar. They are a pretty cool space oddity. They also do like miniature painting streams. Doing well? Yeah, I'm doing pretty darn good. Certainly, once we finish this year out, I think that's going to be it for me. It's oops. You can probably tell how much I'm enjoying this game because this is an extra long stream, which sometimes happens on Fridays. Watch out. Anything is possible. I don't like the other two options. They were very mean. Dice nods and looks outward, into the mushroom forest. I know you're just trying to be nice, he says quietly. But if you think we're really alone out here and you're trying to make me feel better, so nice. Aww. Small child. Alright. We need to sneak outside to explore. We need some more mush logs, which should be around now? Question mark. I'm not seeing anything on the ground though, so that's... I hope I'm not accidentally wasting the day. What is this bullshit? What's this? Keep exploring. All right. A mush log. Perfect. There's number 3. Amazing. All right. Critter. We must get to the critter. You're minding your own business when... There's something here. Something invisible that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end. Like an electric aura. As you walk forward, it begins to feel like something is nipping at your ankles. When you look down, there's nothing there. You back away. The sensation stops. You move forward. Oh, it's worse. Feeling is like tiny electric bites, and it's growing more intense. Kind of microscopic gnats? An electric field of some sort? It hurts, but maybe you can find a way to avoid it and get through this area. Perceive! I believe in us. We can do 4, 3, 2. Next round. Okay. Go 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's rough. All right, so we got this. We got this. Seven. 5. Well, I don't really have a way of getting anything better. Oh, wait, hold on. What is super goal exactly? So 6, 9, 14 will give us super goal. 11. Is 11 the super goal? Hold on. 12. Yeah, the super goal is 11. All right, so we want to get it exactly. Win! Oh, I guess maybe it's just for working. Matching super goal does things. Should eat a snack, stretch, posture check. Yeah, I am certainly hydrating. And stretching. By trial and error and a little intuition, you find a route through whatever it is. The shock seems strongest near some low-lying fractal palms. You can hear a humming from the palms and decide it must be some kind of natural electric field. Maybe to ward off animals. Like you. Ooh, maybe there are aliens here. Ebs. About a group of Hopeyes playing in a clearing. They let you get pretty close to watch them chatter to each other and rub noses. They're all friends, just like people. They hop away if you get too close. Walk through their territory. I'm walking here! Alright, we take the easy 10. Do this. A whole bunch of 3s. And then this 2. Nice. Alright. Then we can do some 5s. And then... Ooh. Baby. Nice. Oh, that's not a straight? I thought 4... Oh, it needs to be 4, 3, 2. I am potato. Alright, I can just do this then. Get rectoronied, pepperoni. Look at that. 30. Oh, we could have gotten 32. Noted. The Hopeyes are wary at first, but you crouch down and copy their cute little squeaking noises. You bounce towards them and, amazingly, they don't hop away. You play with the Hopeyes for a few minutes before moving on. Cute little guys. Adorable. Fantabulous. I need more resources. Nah. I like the forest better the way it is. All wild and natural. Fuck yes. Finally, a decent way of getting rebellion. We have got to get our rebellion much higher. Let's figure out what's wrong with her. I don't want to pop the milk cow. I want to milk it. But I need 15 more aminal to do that. Oh, it's this person again. Ignore him and move on quickly. No. You've met everybody on the stratospheric. Must have been some kind of animal. One that looks like a person. Sounds like a person. Maybe it's dice playing tricks with this voice. Maybe you're seeing things. You round the bend and regret it immediately as something long and thin slaps against your face. Then another whack across your back. If you spin to face your attacker, whack, whack. 2 slaps on your shins send you reeling. Whatever's attacking, you can't see it. You fall to the ground and cover your head with your arms in defense. Nothing happens. Just silence. When you look up, there's no attacker, but the plants all around you are flattened to the ground. There are long purple reeds with knobby bumps at their bases. As you watch, the reeds slowly start to bend back upright. You poke one experimentally and it slaps back down to the ground, stinging your hand. Attacked by grass. How embarrassing. You decide to call it slapgrass. I see. We just got owned by grass. Oof. All right, let's head home. Now we are mid-wet. I see. Dare you to eat this worm? No, don't eat the worm. Becoming a carnivore. Oh no, don't eat the worm. That's so mean. I'm not edible. Don't do it. Leave me alone. All right, now we can research xenobotany and study the mushwood. You examine the mushwood under a microscope. Take notes on its cellular structure. Part of the reason it needs to be harvested in wet is because the cells get so saturated that they lose structural integrity and turn into, well, mush during glow. Studying the exact process by which the cells take in water leads to a breakthrough. It might be possible to hack the process and stop the mushwood trees from taking on too much water during wet. If they don't take on as much water, it won't take as long to dry. You should be able to develop a spray that the loggers can apply to the fruiting body of the mushwood, the part that sticks out above ground, to close its pores. Reducing negative pressure in the body should stop it from pulling so much water from the mycelial network underground. This is great. Logging will be much more efficient now. +1 colony defense. Interesting. Value 2. So we could go 1, 2, 3. 2, 5. That works, I guess. Gets us exact. But can we get our super goal? It's not a brain challenge, Dreki. It's a biology challenge. Could go 1... 2, 3. Just do this. Okay, super goal is 23. Can we get exactly 23? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam, balam. Thank you, ma'am. Gimme all them kudos, baby. And we are pretty close to our second biological perk. We got plants on the first one. Maybe the second one gives us aminals. And then we can finally actually specifically increase our aminal stats. I don't know. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to train once again, our stress is high. And I want low stress going into glow season. So we... Our perception at 26. If we rest at the park... Oh, Cal is not there. Interesting. Alright, I guess we rest on the walls with dice. Actually, we haven't rested in the normal place in a minute. Relaxing in the lounge. Let's relax in the lounge just to see what happens. You split your time between watching holovids, listening to music, and studying for class. Occasionally, someone asks you to run an errand for them. Go on long walks. Overall, you spend the month relaxing and doing whatever you want, whenever you want. You really needed this. Ooh. We already have mushwood harvesting. I kind of want to take that out. All right, chat. It's glow month. Yay. All right, does anyone have anything to say? If not, we are going to go and biologicalize. Give him some more medicinal because we know he likes them and we can easily get friendship up with him. What was the thing? Dice pokes a glowing bauble bud with his toe. The seed head snaps free and drifts up in the dark of the glow, slowly breaking up into luminescent specks. Make a wish, he says. Ooh, a crystal cluster. Now that we have an extra crystal cluster, let's give one to... Oh, she's not out and about. Interesting. What have I not given her? I don't know. I wanted to hold on to the blobber fruit in case we get to the farm event outside the wall again and see if we can actually plant it. And the crystal I want to give to Tang, but she's not out. All right. Let's research xenobotany. There are only a few glowing plants in the garden, so in the dark of the glow you have to do a lot of outdoor work by lamplight. In the eerie not light, fertile earth dirt looks the same as vertuminen dirt. It's so hard to see what you're doing. So we can put this here. Set neighbors to this value. That's not good. We can get 2 4s. That's debatable. Well, we can get exactly 19. Can do this. Damn, can I get anything above 19? Like, jeez. Oh, that's a 23. Oh, because straight and flush. All right. Well, best to get the 19 though. So let's go ahead and flip on back to that. And get those bonus kudos. Since we can't get the super. Ooh, yeah. 2 data points form a line, but 3 is a pattern. The colony has been on high alert all glow, hoping that the creatures from beyond the wall don't return for a 3rd year in a row. Surveyors keep reporting that they're seeing unusual animal activity. Even the plants seem different, they say. New tracks that must have been left by creatures larger and heavier than you've ever seen. You and the other colonists drill evacuation plans. You're in engineering when you hear the sirens ring through the colony. You cover your ears against the noise and make your way to the nearby classroom. It's one of the assembly points, so you should be safe here, but it wasn't so safe last year for Professor Howell. Another creature gets in. Congruence, the new teacher, just a face on a computer screen. She can't protect anyone. Congruence flickers cheerfully. Please stay calm, children, he says. The defense squad is en route to the creatures. This should be all over soon. You've been told this before. As the sirens continue, you're faced with a choice. Leave. Stand up and leave. Tang and Mars stare at you like you have 3 heads. Congruence doesn't try to stop you. Not that she could. Doesn't even have hands. Gain status heroic? Oh shit. You slow to a walk as you near the outer doors of engineering. Something doesn't feel right. You stop to listen in the dim emergency lighting. Hear the metallic popping of something overhead. The ventilation ducts? Your blood goes cold. Monsters. They're here. You follow the sounds to a workshop and force yourself to look through the slats of the vent. You gasp. 2 glistening, bug-like eyes peer down at you. No, 4? 6? They blink in syncopated pairs. Then you hear it over the sirens. A soft pinging noise, halfway between a chirp and a purr. The creature skitters, spider-like, from one side of the vent to the other. A small furry tentacle slithers through the slats, searching for the vent release. When it can't find one, it bangs its body against the inside of the vent, denting the metal. Tame it. Help it escape. Ooh! Ow! What? Hi, Snake. Hi, Frostbee. You're coming in. We're getting to the end, but you've got decisions to make. It seems aware to an extent. I feel like it's not an animal. I'm feeling empathy. We're gonna help it escape. Seems like the right thing to do. You open a side door, then the vent. Carefully shoo the creature outside. Runs over to the outer wall, flattens its body, and burrows through a hole. Guess you figured out how it got in. Maybe you'll see the little guy out in the wild someday. You'll remember what you did for it. It isn't long before the sirens turn off, ringing 3 short pulses as the all-clear message flashes on your hollow palm. You and the other children file out of engineering. You head back to your quarters. Your parents will want to know that you're safe. Your dad gives you a big hug, but your mom slumps into a seat at your small table. It's like they were going specifically for geoponics this time, she mutters. But your dad pets your hair and shushes her. I'm sure it was bad luck, Flulubel, he says. But your mom shakes her head and folds her hands in front of her mouth, staring out the porthole window at the fields. We earned a lot of kudos last time. We got a ton of friendship with dice. Tons of stats in biology. Doing phantasmagorical. Perception is getting up there. Animals is limping along. More collectibles respawn faster and more slots are filled. Oh. Well, fuck. Man, all these perks are not the ones I think are going to happen. Okay, let's do a quick check to see if anyone has talk bubbles, because I don't want to accidentally mess things up. Tangent is standing still with her face held up to the sky, letting blue snowflakes land on her cheeks. They melt almost immediately. She doesn't move as you approach. After a minute, she winces and rubs her eyes. It stings, she says, because it's made of acid. Acid snow? Tang nods. The holonet entry says it isn't harmful. It freezes at 12 degrees Celsius and turns into tiny crystals that are so heavy they fall from the clouds. You can see them under a microscope. She sticks her tongue out and lets some flakes fall onto it. It tastes kind of sour. It's sweet, she observes. Fascinating. Tang pulls a sample jar out of her coat. We know what it's made of, but our understanding is incomplete, she says, and places the jar on an outcropping of rocks. The big mushrooms changed in shape and color before the snow began to fall. I wonder, is there some sort of signal that precedes the changing of the seasons? What happens if I expose samples collected in dust season to snow from quiet season? A small excited smile creeps across Tang's face. There's so much to learn about this planet. I can't wait. You and your brother are so much alike. Tang narrows her eyes. Yes, I used to get that a lot, she says. I guess it's still true. Do you think sneaking out of the colony is the same as a valid scientific research? She frowns at you. So dumb, she mutters, and shoves her hands under her arms. He only cares about feelings, especially his own. Oof. Little bit of lack of communication between you two going on. Don't you think y'all should maybe give a gab at each other sometime? Also, because I also don't want to forget, we're going to give her a crystal cluster. Tang shrugs. You should probably just keep it. I don't even know what I'd do with that. When you insist she keeps it, she shrugs again. Sure. Maybe I'll find a use for it.